Hey lovelies, so today's video is not going to be about a new setup or any tricks. Hopefully we'll be able to start bringing you guys trick videos and instructionals on that, but today's video is going to be one of 3 videos that I'm working on. This one is over the new FDA regulations for vaping and what that means for companies and manufacturers and such. The second video is going to be over the Cole-Bishop Amendment and how that can help us and help hopefully keep vaping around. And the third video is going to be how you guys can band together to help out and get some things, get some balls rolling hopefully, and get things set right. So I guess let's get into this as best as I can. I've got notes. I'll be referring to them as we go. Down below in the description, I'm going to put up links to a lot of different articles and analyses, breakdowns, deadlines, and a PDF of the legislation itself. It's 499 pages. I've only gotten to like page 25 or so on it. It's very long, very wordy, but it's down there if you guys want to try and take it on and read a little bit at a time. Hopefully you can understand most of it. So, there's this is the final published legislation. It's gone through, it's going forward, there's no way to take it off now. And with this legislation, the only way to fix it is to create an amendment. So we need to amend it in our favor. This way we can continue getting people off of various harmful tobacco products, and that is what the Cole-Bishop Amendment is trying to do, which, like I said, I'll cover in video 2. So to kick this off, there is a grandfather date for everything, and that pretty much makes it to where anything made on or after February 15th of 2007 is going to need to be submitted for a PMTA, a pre-market tobacco application, in order to be sold. Now, the deeming went in effect on May 10th of this year, 2016. You now have 90 days from May 10th, which will be August 8th of this year, to submit your submit a PMTA. And this pretty much means that the market's going to freeze. No new products can be made or become available without submitting your PMTA. And the overall deadline for PMTAs is August 8th of 2018. Any product without a PMTA by that date will be banned and it'll become illegal to sell. So what the FDA is trying to do is regulate what they refer to as ENDS, electronic nicotine delivery systems. And that's pretty much any vapor product out there right now. They will be in control, or they would have authority over liquids containing nicotine, batteries, tank systems, cartomizers, atomizers, digital display, and your device software. Some of the regulations that they're going to be putting into play are you have to be 18 or older to buy. It is technically a tobacco product because nicotine does come from a tobacco plant. So you shouldn't be selling it to anyone under the age of 18 anyways. You have to have child-proof caps on your e-liquid bottles so that children can't just, open it and start drinking it and throw it all over your house. You have to have nicotine warning labels on them. So it has to say, on the label itself, it needs to say things like, not for pregnant women, not for use by minors, contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive substance. And it has to be printed, I believe, in 12-point font, and it has to be legible on one of the main portions of the label. It can be printed on the box, but it has to be on the packaging somewhere and legible, readable. You have to be able to see it, and it has to be clear. There are going to be promotional restrictions, so no more advertising in magazines that aren't adult-only magazines. If there's any radio ads or any televised ads, they have to have a warning on them that states this is a tobacco-derived product, contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive substance. There's going to be no self-service displays, like anything that a customer can just go up to and do it themselves, like no vending machines or anything like that. And there's no more free samples. You can't just give out a 1.5 nicotine bottle of e-liquid. You can't do that. You have to charge them if there's nicotine in it. Products without nicotine are not part of FDA's authority. Products that are zero nicotine are not their concern. They're only worried about anything containing nicotine, from like 0.1 grams of nicotine and up. The pre-market tobacco application, the PMTA, is going to be 750 million or 750,000 to 1.3 million per device. Software version, tank, coil version, flavor, and it means per size, per nicotine level, all variations of e-liquid. They have to have an application for those. I'm gonna check my notes. Okay, so on December 31st of this year, every establishment that sells e-liquids or devices, vapor devices, has to register. So you have until December 31st to register your business. And that's going to be an annual registration. I'm not sure how much that costs, but if you want to sell any of these things, you have to be a registered establishment. And this is for anyone who prepares or processes tobacco products, repackaging included, or if you change the container, wrapper, or label in any way. And foreign establishments are going to have to register as well through additional regulations. Also, by December 31st, you're going to have to submit product listings, and you must list each covered product, meaning labeling and representative advertising. They have to be updated every June and December in order to add new products that weren't listed. And if you've discontinued something, you have to remove those from the list. On February 8th of next year, you're going to have to start submitting ingredients listings by quantity, brand, sub-brand, and everything, which they will compare, I believe, to a master list. For any product introduced after the effective date, it has to be the ingredients list has to be submitted 90 days before marketing the product. There's also this also applies to large-scale manufacturers. They have to do it as well. Small-scale manufacturers any manufacturer really has to do it. They've got a master list they compare everything to in order to approve all this stuff. February 8th, 2017 also are required to submit to the FDA documents developed on or after June 22nd of 2009 relating to health, toxicological behavior, psychological effects, ingredients, components, and additives. And they'll put up a guidance document identifying specific things within the next 3 to 6 months. By August 8th of 2017, you have to have submitted your SE request, which is a substantial equivalence exemption request. And that is pretty much what the substantial equivalence is it shows that the new product is substantially equivalent to something that was already on the market February 15th of 2007. The exemption request, are requests for exemption from the SE requirements for minor modifications to products on the market as of August 8th, 2016. And pretty much what this means is, like, say you changed the LED bulb, or you modified the coil, or something really, really small. then you can submit the SE exemption. Again, those ingredients listings, absolutely have to start doing those by August 8th of 2017. Again, and this date is also by August, well, no, not this one, that's 2018. This is by February 8th of 2018, the substantial equivalence applications, the SE applications are due. So you have until February 8th. This is to authorize products on the market as of August 8, 2016. It allows products to stay on the market until at least February 8th of 2019. Sometimes a small business might be able to be given like additional time, but it's a case-by-case basis, so it's probably not even gonna be given to vape shops that need it. By May 10th of 2018, all of the covered ENDS products have to have warning statements on their labels, and this is May 10th of 2018, has to say this product contains nicotine and nicotine is an addictive substance. It has to comprise 30% of each of the 2 principal display panels. It must comprise, for advertisements, it must comprise 20% of the top of the advertisement. Print ads, websites, emails, social media postings, videos, anything like that has to have a warning on it. Manufacturers of nicotine-free tobacco products can certify to the FDA that their product contains no nicotine and that they have data to prove it. And instead of using the warning label, this product contains nicotine, nicotine is an addictive chemical, they can substitute the warning statement to this product is made from tobacco, but it has to use the same size and formats as nicotine warning statements. Products manufactured before May 10th of 2018 without warning statements or warning labels can only be continued to be sold until June 9th of 2018. After that, you can't sell anything without a warning label. You also have to put the name and location of the manufacturer, packer, or distributor on the label, the net quantity of contents by weight, measure, or count, the percentage of the tobacco used, which we already have on pretty much every e-liquid bottle out there. And you also have to put sale only allowed in the United States on packaging and shipping cartons. So 2 years down the line, on August 8th, 2018, your PTA, or your pre-market tobacco applications are due, your PMTAs. They must be filled out for all products on the market, like all of them. And that will allow your products to remain on the market until at least August 8th of 2019. This is probably going to be the route that most ENDS manufacturers will need to take. There's also going to be a tobacco product standard submitted, and it prohibits the use of foreign domestic tobacco containing pesticides or pesticide residue in a level that's greater than what's specified under federal law in grown tobacco. By August 8th of 2019, you'll be required to test and report harmful and potentially harmful constituents pursuant to guidance and regulations according to the FDA. Deliveries are also to be reported and justified. Products introduced after August 8th of 2019, you have to report those within 90 days. You have to. So those are pretty much all the dates that I have. The PMTAs, just to kind of go deeper into that, this is for both e-liquids and devices. You have 24 months to submit your application. And once your application's been submitted, you'll have 12 months to market products that you submitted the application for. Unless you're grandfathered in, you have to comply to everything the FDA enforces. The PMTAs are going to cost a few $100,000 per product, each and every product. And that's not including the testing for e-liquids and other things. Age verification, of course, with a photo ID, which we should already be doing. Tobacco products, like I said, are not for those who are underage. You can, as a vape shop, let your customers try e-liquids that have no nicotine in them, but if they contain nicotine, you're going to have to charge a fee to sample, because letting customers test your e-liquids is the same as giving out a free sample in the FDA's eyes. So unless you want to start charging for testing, switch your bottles to no nicotine on your testing table. In the long term of things, manufacturers of e-liquids and devices, like I said, you're going to have to submit a list of your products and track your ingredients for each separate liquid you manufacture. And you have to have a pre-market authorization of every flavor prepared. So say you have 3 flavors, you would need to get pre-market authorization for each one of those flavors and for each level of nicotine if your nicotine levels are different. So say you had a strawberry, a kiwi, and a banana flavor. You would have to get all 3 of those pre-market approved, and you would have to submit 10 bottles of each nicotine level in each size from different batches. So I'm not even going to try do the math on that. I'll just let you guys figure it out, or yeah. So this is everything that I can honestly think of currently to go over with you guys. In the next video, we're going to go over a legislative fix, which would be the Cole-Bishop Amendment, which was approved by the House Appropriation Committees last month. And it would move the grandfather date. I'm not going to get into it now. You're going to have to watch the next video for that. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a break. So all my links are going to be down below the video. Please, guys, watch these videos, educate yourself, educate others, and try to come together and fix this as best we can. We're called a vapor community. We're nice. We help each other out as much as we can, so let's not resort to anger and threats to the FDA. Just be nice, and I'll get into how you can get in touch with higher ups in my 3rd video. So thanks, guys. Have a good night.